Hi, I'm Rob with Hayneedle. This is a short video on the assembly of the single sling glider. The estimated time on this assembly is around half an hour, and the only tools you will need are an Allen wrench, which is provided. Start by opening your box and removing its contents, then locate your instructions. On the front, you'll find a parts and hardware list. Take a brief inventory to make sure you have all the pieces needed for this assembly. Start by taking 4 of your bolts labeled as H fitted with your large washers I, and 4 of your bolt caps labeled as K. We'll be attaching our swing braces labeled as A to our base. What you want to do first is take your brace and on the holes on the side of the base, line up and insert your bolts through each side. Once you have a bolt on each side, use your Allen wrench to fully tighten. You'll be repeating this step for your second brace on the front of your base. After you've tightened your bolts, cap them off using your bolt caps. Using our 4 bolts H fitted with our washers I and 4 of our bolt caps labeled as K, we'll now attach our right and left arm labeled as C and D. Start with your right arm. Insert your bolt through the swing bracket and into the hole on your right arm. Then into the front. Now use your Allen wrench to fully tighten. Once both of your bolts are fully tightened, add your bolt caps, then repeat this step for your left arm on the opposite side. Using 4 of our larger bolts labeled as G, fitted with our smaller washers labeled as J, and also 4 of our bolt caps K, we'll now be attaching our 2 brackets labeled as F. Take your first, and in between your arms at the bottom, line up the holes and insert your bolts on each side. Now take your second bracket, and in between the front of your arms, insert your bolts on each side. Once you have all 4 of your bolts in place, go back with your Allen wrench and fully tighten. Once fully tightened, place a bolt cap over each bolt. Using 2 of our bolts labeled as H, fitted with our smaller washers J, and 2 of our bolt covers labeled as K, we'll now be attaching our seat labeled as E. To do so, sit up on your base and line up the holes with the holes on the sides. Take your first bolt and insert through your chair and into your side. Use your Allen wrench to fully tighten. Then cap off with your bolt cap. Repeat this step on the opposite side. Finally, taking our remaining bolts and washers and bolt caps, we'll now be attaching the back of our chair to our arms. Take your first bolt, insert through the chair, and tighten through to the side. Use your Allen wrench to fully tighten and a bolt cap after it's done. Repeat this step for the opposite side. And there you have your finished single sling glider.